What is up, YouTube? It is a beautiful day out here. I want to say it is maybe 60 degrees, 62. It is beautiful out here in Virginia. But today, I just got a tiller, a garden tiller, with a old school Briggs and Stratton on it. Can't get it to start. We're gonna see what we can do about that. Do have an update on the motor. Working on another video. Actually gonna continue on that once I finish this video. I think we're gonna go ahead and get that crank out and possibly get the new one in, but I'm not too sure. Figure that out later. Today, right now, we're gonna focus on that crank, or on the, still worried about that. We're gonna focus on the tiller, because I do wanna do a garden here soon. And it's getting almost that time of the year where I wanna do my garden. So let's work on that tiller. All right, so here's the tiller, old school Briggs and Stratton. I do know, off the start, that it does need a little bit of work done to this vent hose. She's a little cracked, and I believe it's got a crack down here. So I'm gonna just see if we can get it to start, and if it'll run, I'm not gonna worry about it. I probably should. I do know the oil needs to be changed, so we might get to that. I'm gonna start by spraying some carb cleaner into here. Come on, focus. There it goes. I'm gonna start with spraying some carb cleaner in here and see how she sounds, if it'll even fire. I think it will. All right, so got my carb cleaner, got me a flathead, and got me a nice cold one. You always gotta have these when you're working on something. I already know these bolts are loose, but I'm gonna use this to help me get it off faster instead of using my fingers. This does have a, looks like a 2-stage air filter, which I do not plan on replacing because this is a old Briggs and Stratton. If it comes down to it, I'll replace the thing. I'll replace the motor if I have to, but I won't worry about that right now. Turn choke down. Turn choke back all the way up, even though it's a little warm today. Let's see what happens. Make sure she's on start. Good with that, cycled into that carb. She ran for a second, but it don't seem like it wants to stay running. Not a big fan of these jets. Not a fan of them at all. I like what they do and the stuff they do, but they fly right over my house every day. I want to say I heard one probably about 10 o'clock last night flying over the house. Trying to see if we can keep it running. There's another jet. An absolutely different jet. The other one was white. This is a gray one. I can definitely smell the carb cleaner. Now I know there's gas in it. There is definitely gas in it. Don't smell, it smells like gas. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the greatest gas, but really didn't want to have to pull this carburetor off. I suppose probably got to. I'm gonna give it another try, and I'm hoping it just clears itself out. Looks like I'm gonna have to take that off. Let's do it. Okay, so I got a fistful of sockets. Let's try the 5/16. On the money. keep track of these best I can. How well are you on there? Really don't want to mess this gasket up because I just don't have another one on hand. Just gonna set that there. Really what we're looking at. Guessing the floats might be down in the gas tank. Of course they got star bit. They got a, how do you even get to that bolt? I was taking all that off. Alright, so I decided to bring y'all in just a little closer than you were, so you kind of see where I'm at. So this is the choke and go, which you can see right there. It just opens it up. It's all it is choke. The throttle's up there, which I believe it's just kind of connected to the governor, which don't really matter a whole lot. It's just kind of getting to the stuff. Try to give it a little pressure and getting some of these out. A lot of them are pretty stuck in there. Suppose I could use a drill once I break them loose, but kind of don't want to do that. This one's gonna be a pain to get back in. I'll tell you that one. Being right in between the throttle, the choke, the governor arm. I can't even get my fingers in there to get it out. It's kind of stuck on the same gear as, or the same gasket as the carburetor. Ain't gonna help us none. And here comes another jet. Yeah, it's definitely, it's stuck to the old gasket that's under it. Alright, there's that. Definitely don't want to lose that. I kind of try and set everything accordingly. Okay. Sorry about that. So I got another one right back under here. Behind this choke arm. It's gonna be a pain, and I've got one there. And I believe that completely supports the gas tank, so maybe I could just drop the gas tank out. I'll probably empty it out, give it a nice good shake, dump it out somewhere in a safe recycling thing for motor fluids. That stuff. Responsibly. Alright, let me try and get into here. Glad whoever did this didn't absolutely wrench down on these. Just kind of hoping these gaskets are good enough to reuse again. Because I don't think I have any gasket making material at the moment. I did. Don't know what I did with it, but There's that vent. Just make sure we don't have any other unknown entities in here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that guy out. Don't know how it's being held on there at this point. Here we go. Oh yeah, she's pretty dirty in there. There's actually I don't know if you can really see it. That's actually the float bowl right there. And she does not look very healthy. I'm gonna try and get y'all a good angle too. Try and just dump the gas out of the float bowl into the rest of the tank, so I can kind of get a good look into the float bowl. There's some sediment in there. I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm just gonna set this to the side for a moment. We're gonna try and get a good look under there. I'd like to try not to turn this motor over on its side or anything. I should just go ahead and drain the oil, which isn't a bad idea, I suppose. Let me see if I got any oil. I'll be right back. All right, so I got all my oil changes supplies. I happen to have some 10W30, just Walmart brand, good enough. Got a receptacle, nice little white bucket, and I got my oil removal tool. I'm also going to be dumping the gas into the same bucket, so that y'all see that it goes into a receptacle instead of just out and about. But I'm going to move y'all to this side. All right, now we're on this side. Take a swig. Now mind you, this is also I can get to that bottom of that carburetor. Get the sizing. He's on there. I might need a bigger wrench. Woo. That definitely did it though. This the color of this oil as well is almost a gray color. I'll show y'all once it comes out. Just shove that right there, and hopefully I can catch as much of it as possible. And as you can clearly tell, I'm not making that up. That is gray. That is very gray oil. Not the best. So I want to definitely say there was probably water in there. Probably from that crankcase vent. Wow. We've seen some bad oil on this channel, but I don't think I've seen one quite. I don't know, I've seen worse. My brother's 89 Ranger blew a head gasket, and he drove it for a little while longer, somehow didn't hydrolock, and it came out looking like a caramel macchiato. It's the best way I can put that. Give me some stuff under here so I ain't gonna hold it. And now we wait just a little bit. It's definitely already slowing down. There won't much in there. Being the size of the motor, I will go ahead and just dump this gas in there while we're at it. Y'all can clearly see the color of the oil. I'm not joking about that. not the best looking. I do have more, so. This is not the best stuff for your skin, but it's easier than me trying to get a wire brush into there. All the sediment that's settled in there is coming right off, though. I can feel it. Tell you what, Briggs and Stratton knew what they were doing when they were doing this stuff, because all this stuff is not stuck on. There's a little rust on the side where it sat up higher. But I think before I put this back on there, I will run some gas just through it. I should have dumped it in there and not around. But it's just carb cleaner, so it's not like it might kill the grass a little bit, but other than that, it's just going to dissolve a little bit of that. Just because that carb cleaner got on that gasket. Okay, I'm going to tip it forward. Just try and get the last of it out of here. I like to try and get as much of this old oil out. At this point, you're here with me until it's done, because my hands are busy. Kinda. No, not in the grass. I didn't spill it. Not busy enough, I suppose. She's coming out a little chunky on the tail end. Now, I'm not going to fill it until I figure out what's up with this carburetor. And it may smoke just a little bit, but that's fine. It'll go away in time. And I'll probably pull this plug out and just give her a quick clean. It ain't nothing held on with a pair of these, which I'm gonna have to go get another pair to get that out, I think. Swap sides. Take this to that side, try to leave that side to there. Kill two birds with one stone. I'm sitting here not doing much but holding this. She's at a slow drip, but I'd like it as much out as possible. Multitasking's finest right here. Should probably get a socket, but I may end up having to. That's fine, I'll get a socket. I'll give that another second. And I think I'm gonna call it. That's good. And whatever's left on here, we'll just let it drip into the bucket. Message in the comments if I forgot to put oil in this thing. I ain't gonna run it long today. I got time before I want to start my garden. I did see we're up to 34 subscribers now. If you're not subscribed, you need to be. Even if you don't regularly watch my videos, just go ahead and subscribe. Show a little support for us little guys. I'm sure you follow me, you probably shop at small businesses. Support the little guy. Alright. There's that. I wish I had a rag here. This looks like a rag. There we go. Thin that stuff out a little bit so it go easier in the bucket. All right. Take another swig. I'm tipping this puppy on its side. I'll probably move y'all back to the other side. You go ahead and do that. All right. Went ahead and got her tipped up, so I can really see into this carburetor. That's the fuel pickup. I don't want to play with that too much. Truthfully, I'm not really seeing much. There's no float, there's no jet. Might just be that's clogged. That's the jet and the floats on the side right here, which I kind of don't really want to fool with. Because it's hex bits. But I made it this far. Might as well give her a try. So I'm just hoping that was going to be a 10 mil. It kind of is. Probably not really, but this is the one that's going to be a pain, isn't it? Yeah, you're going to be a pain. I didn't want to have to take this thing off. I was trying to avoid it altogether. You see where that gas tank's been rubbing from not having a bolt down below. She's just been supporting off the carb. Alright. Doesn't even have a washer on it. Alright. I gotta go find a proper wrench for this. I was hoping this 10 mil was just gonna be able to do it. Alright. So I got that bolt out. It ended up being a 3/8. Did also go ahead and find the size for that, so that I can go ahead and get that off. I don't think I'm gonna fully pull the carb off. Kind of unnecessary to unhook it all and then rehook it all back up. Sounds like something else I'd have to fight with, and I don't feel like doing that. Really don't want to lose any of these. That would be very bad. I'm trying to go quick so I don't get any of that. Might need a new belt too. Hope not. She may not get one of them. Really don't want to lose these. He's a flathead. Not really anywhere to get under. Just need a little lip. She's on there. Didn't want to have to do it. Still don't want to have to do it. I'm gonna try to avoid it if I can. Oh. I'm gonna try and be very careful with this. She does not want to go in there. What the heck? I don't think it wants to separate. There's a little dowel there on the end. Right there. It just does not want to come on. really don't want to mess up any of these gaskets. Okay. The gasket looks fine. Whole thing looks okay. Gently set that over there. That side doesn't look bad. And there really ain't nothing here but a freaking, my apologies, a spring and all that crap. Okay, well, there is some, there is some, crystallization from the fuel. I'm just gonna spray the heck out of it and call her good. Let all that kind of dry out a little bit. I might have to go get that other can. I hate it when they get low like this. No. Oh man. There it is. Got worried there for a second, dropped a green spring in the grass. Should have taken it out to start with, but when in doubt, put a dent in your can. I have another one, but I don't want to open it yet. You can hear exactly how much is left in there. She's done. If I can at least get enough to get through this, I'll be happy. If that ain't the case, I hate that. Let me go grab the other can, the brand new one. I always love to have a brand new one of these handles comparatively to one that's running out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That should be good. Just like that. That's done. Alright, well you just watched me take it apart. I don't think I need to waste your time on showing how to put it back together. I'm gonna give it a little bit of wipe down and around these edges, around here, right there in that intake. And we'll be right back here in a second. Right now. Okay. So I went ahead and got everything put back together. It was kind of a pain. Did go ahead and fix my 90s and the other one for the crankcase vent. Kind of a pain in the butt. Not gonna lie. And I did go ahead and clean the spark plug. I did not want y'all to miss the best part. Filling the oil back up. Okay. And then we'll get a first fire up. I'm not gonna fire it without any kind of fluid in it or nothing. I'm sure it's gonna smoke. Oh man. I'll just keep an eye out for that. Little piece of the seal for the bottle come off. All right. Let's check it. Not enough. Extra's better than none at all, so I suppose. A little bit more. A little bit more. And that looks good. All right. Oh. Let me go ahead and readjust this camera and we'll give you your first fire up. Don't mind that spilt oil. Don't forget to sip your beverage, because I'm tired now. And you can see I got carb cleaner on my hands, because my hands are absolutely dry as can be now. All right, so I just put some fresh gas in her. Let's give her a little spray of this stuff. Turn the choke on, we'll say halfway. She's on start. We'll go full choke. We'll go no choke. Baboon! Why'd you stop? There we go. Kinda. There you have it. I don't want to touch that. I almost pushed it down. Now she idles great. Kinda. Sounds like she got a cam in her. Definitely don't like it very much, but you're only running at full beans anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and get my mess cleaned up. I appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe if you watch all the way through. Love y'all. Y'all take care. Peace.